Hey, check this out. This isn't just a podcast. It's family.
Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody in Utah? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's you talk, baby.
It's that you talk. Yeah, man. Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about Utah. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Look, we gon' tell you what you need to know.
It's you talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's you talk, baby.
Because of your feelings. Because you.
I'm everywhere.
Technical difficulties. Good, my bad. Technical difficulties. I'm learning all kind of new stuff, playing with all kind of new stuff, but we got it. Shouts out to everybody. You Talk family, what's good? It's your boy, LJF in the building, flanked with my player partner on Sunday mornings and every day of the week, my brother AO. What's good, sir? How you doing?
I thought the blow-up effect was to give me the credit that I was so rightfully due as of last night in our chat for taking one for the team. I mean, sometimes you got to put the whole team on your back and on your liver and just say, hey, this one's for you. Good morning, man.
Good morning, bro. And y'all know how we start every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. K Nation, You Talk family, what's going on? I see the chat is chatting already. Quick shout outs real quick, man. I see Rocky in the building wants to give middle fingers to Shannon Dawson. Hey, I got 2 of them for him. What's up, Rock? James Freeman, Rebels with a cause. Yes, we were unprepared. We're going to get to that. Listen, the game yesterday was what it was, but we're going to get to the business and the shout outs and everything real quick. First things first, man, shout out to Devin for doing what he do, putting this thing together. He's out there on the grind, making it happen. Shouts out to you, D. Second shout out, as always, has to go to our guy, the super producer, Mr. Marquise Judge, KJ Productions in the building. Thank you for all that you do, sir. Third shout out has to go to Joseph Bernard, JB, with the designs and the merch and everything. We got some stuff that's coming out, man. Shouts out to you, JB. Fourth shout out, as always, has to go to the live watchers, I should say, and the rewatch squad that's going to watch the replay of this on YouTube and on the UTalk app. And as I always say, go get the UTalk app, search UTalk Podcast, where you get your Apple sources and your Google apps and all of that good stuff. Come on there with us. We have the live chat, as AO could tell you. He was detailing his contributions to help us win yesterday. Shouts out to him for the sips that he took. I'll let him tell that in a second. But go get that podcast app, man. UTalk Podcast. Got some membership levels on there. It's going to give you access to some of the interviews. We got a big interview coming up. We've had big interviews, and we got more to come. So you want to have that to be in line with that. Final shout out, as always, goes to my co-host when I have them on here. And I got to give one to you, AO. Thank you, my brother, for taking your time out your busy schedule on Sunday to recap Canes football. And with that, the Canes win yesterday, 38-10 over Syracuse. But it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, quote my boy Rocky. And I ain't talking about Rocky in the chat. I'm talking Rocky Balboa. But, AO, I'm going to flank it over to you, man. Give me your initial thoughts on yesterday's victory. Where do you stand? What did you see? How do you feel?
You know, this team just literally sends you through a roller coaster ride. Like, I feel like that should really be our it seems like no matter what the roster looks like, what the coaching staff looks like, you never know what you're going to get with this Canes group, right? Like, it's literally, that was one reason why I switched to booze. Like, it was just literally like, well, here is another no heart, no motivation, everything in front of you, and Miami comes out flat at home, and in my mind, it was like you lost this type of game twice now by just coming out and just showing no signs of the offense just being like, we missed it again. Nope, I dropped it. Next time. It just, and I always look for a trickle effect, right? To me, it does start with your head coach because, right or wrong, your head coach is the one that should be barking like Fran Brown was at his coaching staff, barking at your OC. Your OC then barks at your QB or the other position coaches, right? Of getting everybody in line, and that would get then down to the players. Energy transfer, right? One to a next, to a next, to a next.
Right.
They even mentioned it on the commentary that the sideline just seems lethargic. The sideline just doesn't seem like they're getting up. It's bad when that's what's being mentioned on national TV because people hear it. People continue to think, oh, okay, Miami just doesn't give a shit. Right or wrong, you got to stop those narratives. But it's on Miami to create the narrative of being excited for the game, being up and excited for this possibility to even have a glimmer of hope going down these next couple of weeks, right? In my mind,
Right.
that's what started the whole train was like you said earlier, we had to have that, touchdown, interception, touchdown. That's what sparked everything back up. But we shouldn't have to have that at home and at the beginning of a game. You should already be excited to be playing another college football game. Like, you have everything in front of you still. Where is that at? Is it just it's too fucking cool to be excited? Is that what it is? Like, is that why everybody goes out and if you get a sack on first down or you get a first down on the first quarter, you got to celebrate? It's like, no, that's your job. Like, get back out there and do that on the money plays, right? Get the touchdown, get the third down sack, get them off the field, then go celebrate the shit. But like, it just seems like we can't get it right. Like, the vibe is either too little, too high, a little too little. It's just not in sync for where you should be projecting yourself. I feel like it's just it's a very odd Miami group. Like, all the talent in the world, all the seniority you need, all the in front of you aspect, and just you came out flat against a 3-6 Syracuse. It's
ACC
weird,
bottom
man.
feeder, bro. ACC bottom feeder. And the chat is chatting this morning, bro.
And someone that disrespected you last year. Like,
yes.
Straight disrespected you, killed your whole season off. And that's how you come out? Like, that part's what I don't understand about Miami is like you get disrespected and you just like, that's fine. The guy snapped to you on the first fucking play of the game.
That game last year should have been bulletin board material, not just because of the ending result and how it derailed your season, but the disrespect that Fran Brown gave you in the program by saying, hey, Dabo, that was for you, baby. Like,
and stuck his tongue out at the camera, like,
dude.
And then he's chirping at you from the other sideline. I will say this. I wonder if Fran Brown mistakenly just switched up Miami's entire culture, because after that chirp back and forth, someone in the comments said we're running trick plays against Syracuse.
Right.
I think that you just saw the change up of Mario being like, I know we're going to beat you, but we're going to beat you nicely, to no more of this shit. Like, you're now, okay, there no more of this. I understand what's going on outside the noise, but now it's inside my stadium. The disrespect from his players, the disrespect from him. Okay. And, I've been saying things to the ACC referees. They're not saying shit back to them. Fine. You know what? Gotcha. Got it. And you saw the gloves come off. Miami started actually just being like, we don't care. We're going to just keep doing this now.
Right.
And Fran started throwing bottles on the sideline. Like, it was a complete different type atmosphere. I mean, I think that might have been my favorite part of the game is don't let the disrespect happen.
Absolutely. The chat is chatting. LNV says right here, it wasn't Fran. Mario said himself he's moving away from the old Miami weeks ago, which I don't understand, that. Rocky says he's convinced somebody somewhere is making money you don't cover by half a point. That's right. Half a point. And you're on and off the way we are. It's insane. I want to go back to a comment that really it made a lot of sense and nobody's talking about. It's by OG Kane. OG Kane says, and he asked earlier as well, he's reiterating here, why is Mirabal catching no heat like Mario and Dawson? I think that's a valid question. I mean, I know the offensive line gets a lot of love because of the efficiency. And here's the thing. I think a lot of people tend to take team and player efficiency and they separate it from the eye test.
Right.
Statistically, player efficiency wise, the offensive line is amongst one of the best in the country. Absolutely.
Right.
But you have elements of the offensive line that still has issues. Case point, James Brockenmeyer. It's getting blown up every play, getting dominated. You know, the one thing I will say is this about the game yesterday, and then we're gonna, open up the link and start getting the callers in. Everybody, we're gonna do like we did last week, 5 minutes direct, out 5 minutes max. So you got to get your points in 5 minutes when we bring you on. The wrinkles that I saw, I was out and about because the game being, an afternoon game, I had stuff to do. I always got errands to run on Saturdays. So my thing was, I was not going to sit at home and wait until the Miami game was over to go out at night to do everything I had to do.
Right.
And at the same time, I wasn't going to get out early and compress what I had to do to rush back for a game. I had to get out and do what I had to do. So I did find time to go at a sports bar, catch some lunch, and I was able to watch some of the game. I watched other clips on my phone and, after, condensed versions. What I did see, the same lethargic start at the beginning of the game like we always saw. You saw that against Stanford, and you saw that in the 2 games that we lost.
Right.
Clearly, something offensively has to change. It has to change because I'm looking at the 38-10, the end result, and most fans are going to be happy about it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy. Yes, I'll take the dub 7 days a week, twice on Sunday.
Right.
However, the same style of play and the same approach that we're seeing to this worked out in our favor because of the level of competition that we're facing. You start off, let's just say Miami finds a way to crack and get into the playoffs. You start off lethargic like that, not scoring any points against, an Ole Miss and Ohio State and Indiana, all of the teams right now that's in playoff contention, ain't no coming back.
No.
Ain't no coming back. The one thing I'll give credit to, I give credit to Shannon Dawson for some of these wrinkle plays. The pass from Tony to Beck that resulted in the initial touchdown. The pass to Maui Noah, big man score. Okay, good job. But where was this a couple of weeks ago when your backs were against the wall? You could have used it last week. You could have used it against Louisville. Where was this a couple of weeks ago? That's the problem that I have. And real quick, AO, and before we bring the callers on, I showed it to you, and I'm going to put this up. I went and looked at the standings. Now, I want everybody to pay attention here. That's the current ACC standings right there. Look where we are, 3-2. Close loss to Louisville, close loss to SMU. But look at everybody ahead of us. Even if we split one of those 2 games that we lose, we're up higher. We're up high. If we beat SMU last week, we're at least number 4. Possibly number 5, depending on how things go with Duke, but at least number 4. All right. With games to go against Pitt, the season finale. Now, contrary to that, I have the remaining schedule of the teams that are in front of us. I'm going to run this off right quick, and then we're going to open up the link. Georgia Tech took that loss yesterday. Shocking loss, but they took one, right? That opened the door for us also. Guess what? Their final 2 is against Boston College and Pitt. Miami, if they don't lose that SMU game last week, even with the Louisville loss, still in a sense controls their destiny by winning out. Because with one conference loss, all you got to do is go in there and just take care of business. You beat Pitt, and if Pitt beats Georgia Tech, guess what? You're in there because that's 2 losses for Georgia Tech. They're out. You got the tiebreaker victory over Pitt. You're in. Virginia still has Virginia still has SMU and Duke. Though I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. They still have Virginia Tech and SMU.
Mm.
Well, SMU has a good shot of knocking them off, and if you beat SMU, guess what? You got the tiebreaker. You got the
Right.
tiebreaker. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball, and
Yeah.
there's nothing that we can really say about it. I mean, what's done is done, and right now it's all about us playing the mathematical equations. And I know what people are going to say. You know, the ACC is out of play. ACC championship game is out of play. But at the same time, let's push for the playoff. Well, I got news for you. One of the easiest paths to get into the playoff is make the ACC championship game. Ask SMU
Right.
about that. They didn't win it last year, but guess what? If you win 10 games with the schedule with the early victories that we had, and you drop a couple along the way, but you at least qualify for your ACC championship game, guess what? It puts you in a better position to tell the committee, you
Right.
know what? This team might be worth putting in there because they took a couple of losses midseason, but they rallied back. They got to the ACC championship game. If you win it, obviously you're in. But if you come up short some kind of way, you got a shot of getting in there. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm just a guy that's on YouTube that is hated because I have realistic opinions about the coaching staff and everything else. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and I am going to put the link up, as I always say. When I put it up, 5 minutes max. When you come in, we're going to bring you on in the order that you come in, and we're going to give you the 5 minutes, make your points. We're going to get you out of here because I know a lot of people have a lot to say. The link is up, and let me post it. There it is. So hit that link if you want to come in. Real quick while we're waiting on guests, B. Saying an Orange Bowl boy said it last night. Too little, too late. Facts.
Correct.
Too little, too late. I mean, you put your faith and hope in everybody else to come through. It's not going to happen. You know,
And
spin around on
ESPN was
that.
ESPN was very quick on throwing the narrative out there. Like 4% chance to reach the ACC championship game, 8% chance to make it to the playoff. Like they're just like last year. I mean, they're going to find ways to get SEC and Big Ten teams in there because that's their bread and butter. I mean, Miami, like you said earlier, Miami shot itself, and now you're throwing trickery and all the wrinkles in that should have been weeks ago when you had a 60% shot to go. You open up the playbook, and that's what keeps you out of these. You know, that's what makes, like I said to you earlier, it's what creates more questions at the end of that game than answers because why now? Like, I'm glad, don't get me wrong, but weeks ago when you were lethargic, when your offense isn't moving the ball for a half, like
Right.
why weren't those thrown in there to get the juice going, to do something about it? Why are you taking questions about the A gap and being like, you know what, they're right, I'm going to throw this playbook and we have a whole week of a bye week to practice it up and go. Mao Noah said that they've been practicing that lineman pass for 3 years. Like, what is the point of this offense if you're not going to run the shit you're practicing? I don't understand it because you don't have any feel of the game. And now you just kind of told America,
because Shannon
I got no
Dawson is
really tool
reactive,
for the
not
season.
proactive.
Exactly.
Real quick. What up, Rocket? Real quick. I just want to say this, and I'm gonna pass it to Rocket. We're gonna start the timer. Did anybody see what Nick Saban said yesterday? Did you see the criticism? I didn't see it, but I saw that Nick Saban was very critical. Chat, I want y'all to help me out. You know, guests coming on if you saw it. If just I didn't see what he said, but I read that Nick Saban was very critical of Mario Cristobal and how things went. And my thing that I'm asking about that is, for those who have an issue with us that call out Mario Cristobal,
Right.
do you have an issue with the GOAT saying whatever he said? Because I heard that it was very, very candid and very real what he said. Go ahead, Rocky. What's up, brother? Good morning to you.
Hey, sorry to interrupt, Ayo. I apologize. I'm just pissed off.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
LFJ, thanks for letting me on, man. I appreciate it. Y'all hit the
No
nail
doubt.
on the head. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. I mean, we go against a bottom feeder Syracuse team. It's 0-0, 27 minutes into the game. It's a big FU to the fans from Shannon Dawson listening to all the heat. And now he decides to pull out all this outside zone and trick plays against mighty Syracuse, the Orange. It's all bullshit. It stinks to high hell all the way around. You watch Mario Cristobal in the post game, and he wanted no part of it. It's almost like he was pissed off that he had to play JoJo Trader, Josh Moore, Gerard Pringle. He hates it. It's almost like he couldn't stand it. He sat up there and said, "Oh, the young guys, made contributions," and then ran off the podium. It all stinks to high hell. They were lethargic again yesterday, just like you said. Carson Beck, yeah, he came on late, but I'm done with him. His antics in the first half for a $4 million fifth-year senior are just childish, is despicable, and I'm over all of it. I'm over all of it. You come out, you put your foot to the gas, and you step on their neck in the beginning of the damn game. You don't come out like you said, AO, and say, "Oh well, we dropped the pass. Oh well, we missed the block. We'll get it next time." So it's just like you said, AO. It's stupid, and we all see it. And there's a couple of high moments that get you back into the game. You shouldn't need those high moments to get you into the game. It's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
where
I
was the
can't.
sideline coaching at too? It's weird.
Yeah, I can't deny nothing that he's saying. I mean, Rocky is giving all facts. Rocky, you still got a couple of minutes, man. You want to get everything out. I mean, what's your thoughts moving forward? I mean, what do you think? I mean, we got 3 games left to go. I mean, ACC championship is pretty much out. I mean, you're going to need a bevy of miracles. What's your thoughts moving forward for the rest of the season?
I think it's the same way I've been feeling since, I guess, Louisville. I mean, it's who knows. I mean, we have the talent to do it, but do they want to do it? That's why I can't figure these guys out. I just can't figure them out. NC State is going to come in here with CJ Bailey. CJ Bailey is going to want to make a point, right? I mean, he's going to want to beat Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Do we turn it on and actually play football, or do we say, "Oh well, we're out there going through the motions"? I don't know. I can't figure these guys out. I mean, we have the ability to beat all 3 of these teams we have left on the schedule. If things fall our way, maybe we make some hay, but that would take in the postseason, but that would take a miracle at this point in time, because
Right.
I don't think they jump us over Notre Dame, period, no matter what, even though we got the head-to-head against them. It's disgusting, man. No, I don't think so. And it's disgusting. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to keep cheering for the Canes because I love the green and orange, but it's just, it's a frustrating, as a fan, it's a frustrating situation to be in when, you see what you see at points in time and in spurts with the talent that this team has. Obviously, we have the more superior athletes, the more superior roster, but it's a lackadaisical, lethargic, whatever you want to call it, approach to the game, in my opinion. And Shannon Dawson, Mario, whoever's in charge of the offense, you wait all year to pull that stuff out yesterday against Syracuse. Man, to me, that's just me, that's just satisfying the fan base because you're hearing all the noise and you said, "Screw it, let's run it," versus let's try to dial something up. And by the way, those weren't bag plays yesterday. Those were trick plays. There's a difference between bag plays when you're scheming something up and trying to throw the defense off on offense, and trick plays, which you did yesterday, running the ball, throwing to Carson Beck and letting Mawanoa catch a touchdown. Yay. Yeah, it was fun. And it worked against a 3-6 Syracuse team. But like you guys said, where was that kind of stuff a couple weeks ago when we really needed it? It's infuriating. It's infuriating. Right. And it just it looks like to me, hey, we showed you we can do this. Now, F you, we're going to go back on our merry way. Anyway, go Canes. I'm out, guys.
Appreciate you, Rock. As always, man. Rock's always bringing the heat, man. I got our next guest. So let me go ahead on and let everybody know. I got Stallion about to come up. I got Lakers all day, and then I got Mr. Magic, all of y'all in the queue. I'll bring y'all up each one by one. Stallion is about to be next. Before I bring Stallion up, just want to highlight some more comments. L&V with an interesting point. People have said Mario is relying on just talent to win, and after he admitted that, I believe it. And that goes right along with what Rocky said just now. Like, why in the world wait until now against Syracuse to pull the wrinkles out? Aaron Frazier, the Miami players play as a reflection of Mario, and it's only him. It's his program. The coaches and players take their cues from him. Hence, his teams vaulted down the stretch 6 of the last 8 years. Final point I'm gonna bring before I get Stallion in here. That's like coaching your old lady. That's like catching your old lady cheating and coming up with a reason why she did on your head instead of accepting what you just saw. It's in your face, but coming up with other reasons. Hey, look. At the end of the day, I can't argue with nothing that's being said. Something doesn't add up. Let me go ahead and bring up our next guest, man. It's our day one right here, man. Rebels with a Cause. Go check out the channel. It's our buddy. It's our boy. I know he's gonna bring some heat. Ayo, real quick, I had to laugh, man, because I clipped his excerpt last week, bro. You're not drinking coffee because I saw you spit coffee out last week, so you. James Freeman in the building.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me okay? By the way, I'm on the road, and I just it's not my usual microphone setup, so
you're kind of
sounds
low,
like you're still there, wife.
Yeah.
I'll hold it close just in case. So y'all don't need to see my ugly face anyway. So, but anyway, can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, good deal. All right. Hey, Ayo, Larry, thanks for having me on. Rocky, solid call. Ayo, absolute all points that I want to bring up. I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to use my 5 minutes to say this, guys. We had 4 objectives yesterday. 1, win the ball game. Great, you did. 2, you were supposed to win to convince, because here's the truth of the matter. The playoff committee, unlike the AP pollsters and coaches, are actually watching the games. And that's actually a good thing. And they have not seen anything from you. And shout out to our TikTok friends that are such slurpers that they had a pizza party on Tuesday, and I could have saved you the time and the $25 you paid the pizza delivery guy and your stupid watch party in regards to tell you that we were going to be 18th. We were lucky we were even that after that performance against SMU last week. But not to spend any more time on those fools who don't get it. They probably jumped up and down and, oh, wow, did you see how we won yesterday? Did you really see how we won yesterday? Because those pollsters are going to absolutely crucify certain teams for how they performed, and one of them was Miami. The only reason we may move up is because Big Bad Louisville lost to an absolutely atrocious California team at home. If they had brought the same intensity they did to Miami and the same care, they should have won that game by 14 points. And Virginia losing to Wake Forest that lost to Florida State by 42 points? Are you kidding me? This is the trash conference. We cannot win. And it's just unbelievable, guys, the opportunity that was lost. But objective 2 was to impress these pollsters, and you didn't do it. You absolutely did not do it. It took 27 minutes before you scored a point on a team that has a lacrosse player playing quarterback. And Ayo, to your point, brother, the third objective, you should have absolutely wanted to kill these guys anyway for how they clowned you and ruined the opportunity you had to announce yourselves to the world you were back last year. And that clown coach clowned your coach. So obviously you don't care about him. And Mario, you have no pride anyway, Pinocchio. It was absolutely atrocious. And if not for the pick 6 or the fumble recovery, there's a possibility that that game could be 14-10 because they might get a touchdown before halftime, and then they got a field goal anyway after halftime to make it 14-3. So the point of it is you're not putting away inferior competition again for the second straight week. You talk a big game, but you never do what you're going to say. It's just atrocious, guys. And the fourth objective yesterday was to actually show that you have a pulse, that you care, that this fan base should continue to want to root for you and give us an interest to watch the game. There were so many better games at 3:30 yesterday than what we were. And we were the game that was actually on ESPN. And we were boring as hell. We better bring it next week because DeBoren, we seem to save his job every time he's in trouble, and CJ Bailey is going to have something for us because he ain't no lacrosse player. He's a damn quarterback, and this staff didn't think he was good enough to play here. It's a recipe for a loss. Put it all on them because unless this team shows me they give a damn, they ain't worth my time. And I'm not being a fake fan. I'm being a realist. I love you guys. I love this program, but something's got to change. And one last point, for the love of God, Mario, if you got a solid running back there that you're trying to hide, nobody stays 3 years anymore. You play the guys that got the nuts and will actually do it. And you know what? Maybe if they do stand up to you because they know football and they're smarter than you, maybe you should want to win on talent alone, because your X's and O's is a joke. Stallion out. Love you guys.
All right, Stallion, be careful on that road, bro. We'll check in. That was our guy, James Freeman, the Italian Stallion. Yeah, man. More good points, man. Everybody's bringing the heat this morning. Style points do matter at this point. And
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think people are understanding. People are just saying the fan base and Lakers all day. I got you coming up next, Mr. Magic. Stand tight. I got you after. I don't think people are understanding the style points have to happen.
Right.
Real quick, and I'm gonna bring Lakers all day in the building. I might be in the minority here. Miami don't need to make the playoffs. I know it might sound messed up for me to say that, but I don't want to see this Miami team
Right.
in the playoffs, because I know what's going to happen.
Right.
And it's the result of the head coach. That's my main thing. I can't stomach it. So hey, listen, go 10-2. If you finish 10-2 and you don't make the playoffs, I don't have a problem with it. Go to a bowl game, win your bowl game, hit the reset button next year. Let's see if we can get it right, because Shannon Dawson is out of here. So that's just me, AO. How about you?
I I'm kind of in that same boat where it's like it'd be nice to reach the playoffs, but like you said, reaching the playoffs and getting embarrassed will actually hurt you more going down the road. But in
Yes.
my mind, I think it's kind of wild that you can look at, like you said earlier, you're looking at the progression of the standings, right? And and everybody's like, well, this team could beat this team and this team and this team. Is it wild that we look at those above us, which is like I think that what's Duke's overall record is like 6-5 or something ridiculous. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But we give them more credit that they can win out versus our own, because not because of the talent we have, because of the coaching. It's just I don't think we'll get very far with our coaching staff. It's how
Right.
do you have the most mediocre problem still? Like the teams that you showed that are above Miami in these rankings, do you think that entire coaching staff would not switch rosters in a heartbeat with what we have versus what they have? And they probably won't have the one loss or two losses that they have, right? Which just goes on to show like it starts from the top and makes its way down, and I feel like it's a fundamental flaw that we don't want to go into those battles against an elite coaching staff, because we would get thoroughly it reminded me of a lot of that Clemson game when we reached it to the ACC championship game.
Yes.
It'd be like that to me.
Yes.
Just
Absolutely.
dominated. Maybe not as bad for the overall score, but we'd never be in the game, if that makes sense.
Facts. Lakers all day. What's good, bro? How you
What's
doing
up?
this morning?
What's up? I'm good, man. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Morning.
We good, bro. You are on the clock.
All
5
right.
minutes. Let's go.
So, listen, y'all. When Mario Cristobal was at Oregon, right? Guess what team made him look good? Oregon. That team, that color, that school made him look great. Those players made him look great. He comes to Miami, right? We don't have that type of talent like that. We had to go get it, right? And look what happens. Look at Oregon team and look at our team right now, right? They got all this speed. They have a good quarterback. They have a good defense. They have this, they have that. But we have a national championship quarterback. We have Mario. We got the O line. We got a good defense. But we're not looking like Oregon over there. So guess what? What the problem is that it's I think it's the quarterback too, because that dude up top, number
Hmm?
11, he's not that dude, bro. You have to be that dude to play quarterback. He's out here looking like Tua out here. He looking like Tua, and he's just a a veteran a quarterback, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, how are you over here looking like the worst quarterback in college right now?
Right.
You feel me? But you got 2 championships, but you out here throwing interceptions. You know what I'm saying? You out here you over here throwing to the dirt. You over here get mad at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't even bring yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on the coaching staff, nobody, the players can't even bring yourself up. When you make one mistake, you put your head down. Cam Ward was not doing that. So that's the quarterback's problem. He's not confident in himself. To be a quarterback, you have to have confidence, you have to have swagger, you have to know what you're doing in the field, you have to have leadership. The only time I see him happy and stuff like that is when they score a touchdown. When he messes up, it's like, oh, he puts his head down. And nobody talks, and Dawson never freaking goes to him and says, say, do this, do that. Nobody goes over there and tries to, like lead the guy, like freaking like put your freaking head up, you know what I'm saying? Like the only person I do that is goddamn Michael Irvin. You don't see Mario doing that. You don't see the OC doing that. What's up? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You don't see nobody doing that crap. So you know what I'm saying? Like me, we have a quarterback that's not confident in himself. So I'm ready for him to leave because this is not a type of quarterback that we need on our team that's going to lead us to the national championship. We need to go put in another quarterback that has confidence in himself.
1 minute, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And Mario, I'm done with his shenanigans, bro. Like his O line is not good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, all you got to do is just okay. Look, what like the freaking O line does is they say downset height, right? They push up like they're pushing weights up, then they're just chopping their feet. That's all they're doing, bro. They're not moving nobody. And Mario think he's a great O line coach. No, he's not. And then you got freaking the OC out here. We've been dealing with the OC since last year. Just last year, the only thing that made that made the OC look good was another thing, was Cam Ward. If we didn't have Cam Ward, it'd be the same thing this year. Trash behind offense. But at least we got a good defense. But that's it. We can't go nowhere with this team because you know why? Our offense is trash.
Time.
It's bad. So I'm with Larry on this one. I mean, shoot, man. She's like, if we don't make a playoff game, I don't care. I'm on to the next year because we're not doing nothing with this offense or this head coach. All right, I'm done, y'all.
All right, Lakers all day. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming on. We'll
No
catch
problem,
you
man.
on the next round. Mr. Magic, I got you coming up right now. I got Jay, and then I got Anthony in the queue. Just a couple of comments I want to highlight before we bring Mr. Magic on. Panella said you got to remember Beck makes more money than Dawson. That's why Dawson can't say shit to her. Funny, but hey, it makes sense. I'm not going to argue that. Black Raider Steel, I want to bring his comment back up. Butch Davis wanted the job. We hired Mario Cristobal because he is a face that the majority of our big boosters like and have strong relationships with him. So getting rid of Mario is a no-no. And real quick, before I bring Mr. Magic on, I just want to say this. We also got to stop looking at Mario Cristobal as just a problem. We also have to look at this administration because I can go back to after Al Golden. They never do a proper coaching search. After Al Golden, what happened? Mark Richt got fired by Georgia, got released or whatever. What happened? They didn't even worry about going through the proper candidates and all of that. They just poached him because he was the best guy on the market. After Mark Richt gets sick and he has to step down, what happens? Manny already in Philly at Temple, getting ready to do what he do, go to recruiting. What do? Oh, we want you to come back. So you have to pay a buyout before the man even started recruiting at Temple. You didn't do a proper coaching search there. Temple. So
let's remind
that. Temple. Okay, so that's number 2. And then upon letting Manny Diaz go, what happens? You get wind that Mario wants the job. So what happens? You hire Mario, fresh from Oregon. Don't vet nobody else. That's 3 coaches in a row. So I'm not just going to put it all on Mario. The administration needs to eat the blame. And if and when something happens to Mario, guess what? The administration, I'm going to have my eyes on you as well.
How many times have we hired first-time coaches? Real quick. First time
Yes.
big job. How many times in 25? 25. I mean, I'm not talking about decades. I'm not talking about, the last 40 years. How many times have we hired a first time head coach? That's ridiculous for a big time program. Be like, oh, yeah, you can come get your lumps here. It doesn't work. Like, it'll never work that way.
Yep.
Got to do a
Yep. No
proper,
doubt.
got to do a proper search.
Proper search. Proper search. Next, we got our day one. We got my big brother. Been a while since we seen him. It's great to see him, and I know it's about to be some heat and some fire. So, Mr. Magic, let me go ahead on. We going 5 minutes. I'm gonna set the timer for you, and I'm gonna let you have it and go. What's up, brother?
What's the move, goddammit? What's happening?
Move. What's good?
Hey, bruh. Listen, all y'all made good points, man. But we know this, but yet we drink the Kool-Aid every motherfucking year. Every year. Mario pulled JoJo out of the game. He missed the pass. He got an interception last year. They wasn't expecting to see JoJo. The man ain't played for 8 games. Why ain't keep feeding him? He could have kept feeding the man. But no, he took him out the game. But when them offensive linemen get them penalties, do he pull their ass? Hell no. And that's who the fuck he's supposed to be coaching. The best O-line in the country. But yet and still, every time you turn around, we got what? 12 penalties for 96 yards. I was surprised yesterday that we only had, I think, 3 penalties. But we still, when we gonna stop taking 2 quarters to score? It takes us 2 quarters to get warmed up.
Hold on, Mr. Magic. Hold up. I'm gonna save you time. Hold up. I gotta address this. It says, but your podcast love Manny, so stop the bullshit. Maury not going anywhere. Bro, don't come with no fake stuff. Don't come with no fake stuff. We got receipts. You can go back and look at what we said. Ain't nobody was loving Manny. We called for him to get out of here. Continue, Mr. Magic. I'm sorry.
Well, Manny is doing a little better job. Shit, I ain't lying. I'm just keeping it real. We didn't love Manny when he was here because he was young. He was young. He's doing a better job now. But Mario, we not gonna get anything that we're looking for until Mario get the fuck out of his own way. If you look at how Pringle was running that ball yesterday, we got 2 thunders and 2 lightnings. Why the fuck you ain't been offsetting that the whole year? The whole year. You let this man come in there yesterday. He hit the hole. He got 12, 13 yards. If one of them big backs would have hit it, it would have been 3 yards. We could have did better in Louisville game if you just trust the players that you recruited. You keeping them here for what reason? If they playing, they gonna stay. If you hire them, they gonna want to get the hell out of here anyway. So it don't make any fucking sense, man, for you to go in here and get this big recruiting class and don't do nothing with them. What was the receiver yesterday? He played maybe 2 downs the whole season. Got in there, got a 41-yard reception. And that one got us going. We got the talent. We just don't have the coaches, bro. They gonna blame it on Shannon Johnson, and they gonna get rid of him because they can't get rid of Mario. And that's what I'm gonna say. And with that, I'm out.
All right, Mr. Magic. We love you, bro. Appreciate you coming.
Hey, love you too, bro. Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I done had, a couple birthday anniversaries and shit. I just been living life, bro. And this shit here is just ridiculous what we going through. And we shouldn't have to. Because we could have won those 2 games and still been probably number 1 by now.
Yes.
Correct.
But we can't do it. I'll holler at y'all boys later.
All right, Mr. Magic. We'll holler. Stay safe. Bless up, brother.
And to his point, like, so everybody was mentioning JoJo yesterday, and shit, let's be honest, people were putting him on a stake yesterday of, oh, get him out of there. Time for him. We wanted to see the JoJo project. And it got very quiet once I brought up the fact of, yes, he's been out for 8 games, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the season. That's his game 2. That would have been his Bethune-Cookman game, right? Like, that would have been, hey, this is where you get your lumps and bumps and bruises, and you get past that, and you get coached up on the sideline, and then you go right back out there and you make the big play and you correct it. Did you see when he caught that ball on that – the ball's behind him and he finally caught it? It was almost a, same exact play, but you saw the sigh of relief when he came down. Even if he wasn't going to get any yards after the catch, he had that moment of, okay, I can do this. Like, the redeem is coming, right? And you saw him start getting right back into the game, mentally right back into the thick of things. The coaching staff, other than Jason Taylor, goes and talks to their group. He's the only one that does. Everybody else, it seems like kind of like what has been brought up earlier. No one's coaching up each other on the sideline. Like, nothing. Like, they go to random ass spots, and you're like, why is Carson by himself? Like, he's with Tony, and he's with a couple of the receivers, and they'll sit there and kind of talk, but you'll see, like, the wide receivers, like, assistant coach, they'll kind of be over there with a tablet, but they're not all looking at it. They're not all keeping what's happening, just a few. That's a problem, too, is we have to get the coaching staff to actually coach on game day. Like, not Jason Taylor. It's going to be very hard to keep him around for next year, but you got to keep him. He is one of the biggest juices on that team on game day. Like, his energy, and him and Heatherman are the only two that you see just going full energy the whole game. Every time they show Dawson.
Yes.
Every time you see Mario.
Facts.
Like, what, Jumbo? Why are you looking way over there? Like, just go talk to your team. They're all behind you. And then when you see him talking, he's talking to no one. There's no one around him. Like, it's just him. Like, go to those position groups and talk to them. Like, I get he's a CEO, but a CEO can also multitask and go distribute themselves around to the critical task. Your offense is lethargic. Go talk to Dawson and your QB and make sure they're on the same page with a tablet and the guys upstairs getting on the same goddamn page. Stop. Like, you didn't see it the first time. It's 4 feet in front of you. Like, why are you watching the Jumbotron? Like, that's the part that irritates me the most. Is Miami struggles to do the simplest of things on game day.
I want to highlight real quick before we let Jay come on. We had a comment earlier by Vance 305. He said, man, why were you guys crying? Miami hasn't been this good in 20 years. And I was going to answer it, but Aaron Frazier just, thank you, sir, because we think alike. We're crying because Mario and his staff are getting the money and resources the previous head coaches and staffs didn't get in those 20 years. Stop sounding foolish. And it needs to be a point, people, and I get it. I know people want to just highlight the positives versus what we've seen for the last 20 years. But, bro, for the last time, for the sake of God, number one, this is a different era. It does not take 4 years anymore for a new coach to get instant success at a team. With transfer portal and resources and NIL, you can literally do a turnaround within 2 years, maybe 3 max. The time that Mario has been there, and guess what? I got news for you guys. Mario has been there for 4 years, but how many times in 4 years has he lost a game as a double-digit favorite? Middle Tennessee, double-digit favorite, you lost. Georgia Tech twice, double-digit favorite, you lost. Louisville, double-digit favorite, you lost. SMU, double-digit favorite, you lost. And don't get me started on how many games as a double-digit favorite you couldn't cover. So at the end of the day, there's no excuse, and this is why we're being vocal about it. But listen, the People Show, I ain't going to start. I'm going to be cool. Jay, what's up? Anthony, I got you next. Jay, what's good, my brother? You're on. Talk to me.
Morning, guys. How you doing today?
Bless.
Like and subscribe, you talk. I actually saw the notification this time, so I appreciate it.
Awesome.
I just want to say, the caller who called, I know I got 5 minutes, so I'm going to hurry up because I'm at the library about to get my study in. But the caller two calls before this, he made a good point. I just want to point this out.
Hold up, Jay. Hold up. You got something going on with your phone. Like you're scratchy. We could hear you, but then we can't hear you. I want to get all your points. See if you could kind of work that.
Hold on. Is it still static right now?
Yeah, it's staticky.
Oh man, probably because of this.
I tell you what, if you want, get out and I'll bring Anthony on. Like, get out and come back in the queue. I'll put the link up for you because you might have to restart it. Let me put the link back up for you because I want to get all your points. I don't want to miss nothing you got to say.
All right, I got you. All right.
Cool. We'll bring it back. All right, let me get to the next one while we wait on Jay to come back. We got Anthony.
Hey guys.
What's up, brother? Good morning.
I've said this. I've been saying this for me, Mario. I've compared him in terms of what he is. To me, he is Jeff Fisher and James Franklin. They're going to constantly win you 9-10 games, but that's all they're going to do. They're going to lose games that they're not supposed to and stuff like that. I like Mario, but he needs to leave. Like, I was happy that we hired him, but I've said this too. Like, this hiring previous guys who've been around this program has hurt us too. We need to hire someone outside of the program who has never been here. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, and I think what it is, I agree with you, Larry. The administration wants. I'm not saying. Would you say they want a yes man? That's why they hire someone who understands the program so they can control him and stuff like that. They like Mario, but do you think they hired Mario because he is basically a person that's going to do what you want? They don't want a coach outside of the program that doesn't understand the program.
Mario's contract, he has all the power.
Larry, I can't hear anything. I can't hear you.
You can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, no, I can hear AO, but I can't hear you for some reason.
Hold on. Let me see. Make sure. I don't think I'm muted.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, it's not me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but like I said, and I agree with you. It seems like the only guys who are physically getting involved with the players, not like physical, like getting in fights with them, but like actually verbally getting in arguments with them, telling them to improve, are Jason Taylor, Damian Lewis, the other Heatherman, and that whole defensive staff. It seems like the offensive staff is very conservative. They don't seem like they're coaching the player. Like, when the players make a mistake, they don't seem to be correcting them and stuff like that. Why do you think that is, AO?
Honestly, I think it's a little bit of kind of like what a couple of people have mentioned before. I used to think it was more because they didn't know what adjustments to make. They didn't know, we're going to try this wrinkle out. And I think it was the OBB guys that kind of came out and said, I just don't think this offensive staff is mentally has an IQ for it. I don't think they know what the wrinkle and what the problem solve is. I don't think they know the answers. That's why they're not going to go to the players to give them any answer, because I don't think they do know. Like, honestly, kind of like what's been mentioned before is prior to coming to Miami and having a thorough hiring search that Mario does, these coordinators that they had, other than the previous with like Gaddis and with Steele, all these other guys, I mean, Heatherman was a great hire, but on the flip
majority
side of how he gets guys, they don't have a huge record of things going forward of being a teacher and being able to do things on game day. It's always been like, I mean, Dawson has a history of getting play calling taken away from him. So how do you justify that for running your offense without getting someone to back him up that says, hey, this guy is going to be your next kin? This is going to be your next person in line. You have an unlimited resource of coaching staffs now. Like, you can hire as many fucking coaches as you want. So why, if anything, if you're Mario and this guy is struggling to do any sort of play calling, then why would you not be going out there to grab more resources? If you're talking about analytics, then why don't they show your Geek Squad worth of team of guys getting analytics up in the booth? Like, where is all of Miami's resources going? It makes you just kind of wonder, but I think
Yeah,
it's more
no,
people he
and
doesn't have an answer.
with the Dawson thing,
1 minute.
I've been having a conversation with another Hurricanes fan on Twitter, like in a DM conversation, and he says we need to hire a guy like an Alex Golish or someone like that that seems to know how to use this South Florida talent correctly, like not coach, but having a scheme that understands how to use the speed of the South Florida talent. I don't think Dawson's scheme fits the talent that you're getting here in Florida. It seems like it's more geared towards like California and like the Texas talent and stuff like that, or the Northeast talent. Am I off in the Anla, Larry? Am I off in that?
No. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you, and we're gonna go ahead on and get you out of here. But before we get you out of here, I just want to say I agree with what you're saying. I think that yes, you do have the resources that is South Florida. Obviously, as we all know, Coach Snellenberger laid that blueprint. It worked. Our big brother Melvin Bratton comes on here with us every week, and he's always telling us, about the talent that you got. It's so many guys in South Florida. You saw what they did when they went to other programs. Imagine if you were able to just keep that certain percentage. But at the same time, you got to mix keeping and getting a lot of the kids from South Florida, keeping them at the crib. But you also got to go out to different places. Like, listen, I always hype up my home state. Louisiana's a hotbed. Hell, ask Reggie Wayne, ask Ed Reed. I mean, hey, you come down here and got you some studs.
Yeah,
you gotta be able to get what's
for
at
me, the
home and
two
effectively go out the
deepest states
state.
for talent, in my honest opinion, when it comes to the skill positions, are Louisiana and Florida, because that's where all the receivers in the NFL are coming from. And did you guys notice that half of the receivers and like DBs are coming from Louisiana and Florida in the draft?
Well, I knew it.
You've
But yeah,
you've
you're
known
right.
it for a
You're
while,
right.
Larry?
You're right. I've known it for a long time. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the skill positions, that's where it is. Typically, your offensive linemen, a lot of them tend to come from the Midwest. You find a lot of guys from the Midwest, a lot of quality guys
And
from the
Texas.
East Coast and Texas. But if you want the quarterback, okay, let's go quarterbacks. Typically, California.
Linebackers is
hotbed.
Linebackers, would you say Cali? Linebackers and like defense?
I would say also Florida. I'd say Florida is a hotbed for linebackers as well, along with California. Also Texas.
Defensive, like trenches in general, is the Midwest and Northeast because of the weather, and those guys are tending to be great wrestlers and like shot putters. That's why you see a lot of guys having strong grip and stuff like that. Like, I think our defense, Markel Bell's from the Midwest. I think originally he's from
Markel Bell's from Mississippi, I believe, or Alabama. He's from Alabama.
Okay, thanks for having me on, guys.
No doubt. All
Hey,
right,
Ayo, are you gonna do another show? Are you gonna do a show with Lex?
Yeah, we'll be
tomorrow?
on Wednesday.
Okay. Have a good day, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. Appreciate you. Shouts out to AO. Shouts out to Lex, man. Y'all go catch the Miami Mayhem show. All right. We're going to bring him back. We got him back in there. Let's try it again. What's up, Jay?
Am I better now?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Better than before. Still a little scratchy, but I think we can
I
make
had to
it.
get from this damn school because I live by the stadium. The Dolphins and the Bills about to play today. So they flying around these damn jets with the banners. Watch the Bills and Dolphins game. My bad, y'all, man. But
Hey, bro. Don't tell me your phone is cursed like some fans are saying. The Miami is cursed because it's the stadium and all of that. Please, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead, bro.
I know y'all barely can hear me, so I'm gonna just make it quick. First and foremost, before football, I appreciate you bringing up that credit guy the other day. He taught me a lot. I have a notebook out. I was making some notes. I think it was like a credit guy talking about credit repair and stuff like that. Right. But I appreciate that, man. But to get into football, one thing I'm gonna say is this: when something is not handed to you and you got to go out there and earn it, and that's the difference between Cam Ward and Carson Beck. Cam Ward was not ranked, so he had to work and get out the mud. You know what I'm saying? The type of quarterback I thought Cam Ward was that he knows that he has to prove himself Carson Beck has been handing handouts towards his whole life. 4-star coming in, committed early in 9th grade. Cam Ward had to earn it. It's a difference between when you have to earn something. Cam Ward, every time he made a mistake, he got his receivers to the table, or he got his receivers with the iPad, and he's telling Jacoby, hey, that was a knucklehead move. Don't do that. He's telling Elijah Hero, hey, listen, my fault, but next time go up to see. He's telling Restrepo, hey, come back for this round. I'm going to you. He wanted to win. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. He wasn't by himself. He was getting all the guys together. To have a great team, it starts with the quarterback. Carson Beck, when he makes a bad play, you pointing fingers. Why the fuck you pointing fingers for? It starts with you. It starts with you. There's a difference between leaders. It's the difference between being a leader. He's not a leader. He's just not a leader. When a supervisor take a position, they give you all this money, and then when they realize it's a lot of work, they want to back out of the job. Carson Beck is not a natural leader, and you got to see it as what it is. He's not a natural leader. 2, what I'm going to say is this. You got all these Ferraris and Hellcats on the bench. When you going to let them loose, Mario? People forgot Upshaw was the opposite receiver of Ryan Williams. When Ryan Williams was getting double team, Upshaw was eating in Alabama. He's talented. I hope people know that. That boy could eat. He was a yard specialist in the state of Alabama. You recruiting all these good players. When you going to let them off the leash? I saw Pringle come down here at Trash Pile and ate up my alma mater, Miami Norland. Went for 3 to 4 touchdowns. Ate them up easily. When you going to play this talent? When you going to have them sit on the bench? Ain't nobody trying to sit behind somebody for 3 to 4 yards. You got 2 power backs and 2 Hellcat backs. When you going to play these talent, dog? When you gonna pay these talent? What we doing? We gonna waste these people's future? Play these guys. Dylan Day. I don't think Dylan Day gave enough credit. Dylan Day, he comes in trash time and he plays hard out a lot. A lot. Play these talented kids, dog. Stop having these kids on the bench. Ain't nobody got time to be waiting, bro. And another thing, you see Fran Brown, you see his record, and you see his emotions on the sideline. He wants to win. Morgan don't got no fucking emotions on that fucking sideline, bro. What the fuck are you doing, bro? You don't got no emotions on the fucking sideline. Fran Brown has a losing record. He's bringing his kids. He's playing his freshmen. He's playing his freshmen. What they preach, I want to come to Miami because I want to play early. I want to come to Miami. I want to play early. Play the fucking players, bro. Josh Moore, Upshaw, Pringle. Pringle's so small and so quick, he hides behind the old linemen. He reminds me of Ray Rice. Because he's so small, he's so quick. You can't see him. Play the fucking talent, bro. Play the fucking talent. Carson Beck, when you make a mistake, stop acting like a little bitch and go back to the fucking receivers and get the iPad and learn how to be a fucking leader. That's what GMs and fucking NFL scouts look at. When you make a fucking mistake, what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna cry and pout and go on the side with everybody in the huddle, or you gonna get your troop together? Stop fucking crying. That's the difference between when you gotta go and earn it versus it's given to you. Cam Ward had to earn every fucking shit. He was worth that money. He was worth that fucking money. You gotta able to trust these fucking players, bro. JoJo mess up, play him. That's how he learned. When the kids fall off a bike, you don't take the bike away from him and be like, hey, go in the house. You say, keep riding that fucking bike. Keep riding the fucking bike. You gon' mess up. They're freshmen. They gon' mess up. But you gotta play them. You gotta see what you got for next year. You gotta see what the fuck you got. Stop acting like a stubborn motherfucker and play these fucking players, bro. You too stubborn. Who's gonna be a good head coach? Jason Taylor. Always got his D-line rocking. Lewis. Always got his line rocking. Heatherman. Always got his defenders. Always got his players in a group. But the offense, what the fuck are you guys doing? And it starts with the quarterback. If you ain't gonna get it from Mario and you ain't gonna get it from fucking Shannon Darson, Beck, grab these fucking guys by the helmet and be like, let's fucking go.
1 minute, bro.
What are we doing? Slap them on the helmet. We losing to fucking Syracuse right now. You guys want to make the championship or you want to lay down? You came here to put the program over the hump, but it just looked like you regressing. Stop. I don't want to hear shit about, oh, I'm trying to fix this. I'm trying to get this recruit. Fuck all that. If you ain't gonna pay these motherfuckers when they come here, get the fuck out of Miami, dog. Get me a coach who's gonna pay the fucking talent. Get me a coach who's gonna give people opportunity. JoJo had no reason. What the fuck was Ray Ray? You think Ray Ray couldn't do the same shit Tony did with the Wildcat? What the fuck are we doing? Ray Ray should just sit the fucking go to Clemson and never fucking flip. Cause you wasted this man's time. You wasted his fucking time. And I'm gone, man. Y'all stay blessed.
All right, Jay. We appreciate the heat, bro. We'll see you tomorrow night on Real Talk, and then moving forward as well, man. You be safe out there. Yeah, man. I can't follow that up. I can't follow that up. The one thing that I will say to maybe answer what he said, and we're gonna get Chris Kane up in here because he's in the queue. How much fire does one have when they're getting all this money? I mean,
right.
Help me out, AO, because I'm just saying, I can reference what Ed Ogeron said a few years back when they got rid of him. Let me see if I get my Edo on. They called me in the place and they told me that they want me to go. They're gonna buy me out. I was 17 million. I said, well, show what time you want me to open the door, what time you want me to leave. I'm saying this. Money, when you're getting all of this money, Brian Kelly, $53 million. You don't see him crying. He got his money. He's out the door. James Franklin got his money. He up there on ESPN trying to sell himself to the next team. Oh, we didn't win the national championship here, but we're not finished. We're going to win. So my point is, in the answer what Jay just said, if you're getting $10 million a year,
right?
Is there really motivation to really be like Fran Brown is trying to obviously step up to another level? A lot of people have said Fran Brown, they think he will be in the SEC because he's that type of a guy.
Yeah.
He's that type of a coach.
Yeah.
And you saw last year they were 9-3. Now they did lose some talent. There was a drop off, obviously.
Right. And his QB win got
quarterback.
hurt.
Yeah, so and then injuries. So the 3-6 this year, I mean, he's still coaching them. He hasn't given up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, the motivation to me, I think money has a lot to do with it as well. And the thing about it is, and I'm gonna say this real quick, AO, and I'll let you rebut, and then we'll bring Chris Kane. I keep saying this recruiting narrative. I need to know what good is having a top 3, top 5, top 10 consistent class if the bulk of them are sitting on the bench. You're not utilizing them. You're going to get transfer players. I'm reading and seeing that they're already starting to get lined up to get their next transfer quarterback. Right now, they're talking Sellers and possibly CJ Bailey. CJ Bailey is possibly going to come in to try to keep JoJo here. And at the end of the day, let's talk about the offensive line. You've had your third consecutive center in 3 years. When Matt Lee, I forgot the other guy, but you had Matt Lee, the other guy. Who's that?
Carpenter,
Zach Carpenter, Matt Lee, and now James Brockenmeyer. So my point is, where is this great recruiting going, and what good is this awesome elite recruiting, as they say it is, if you're continually picking and poaching? So now Luke Nickel is sitting on the bench. You got all of this hype bringing him in. Darion Coleman is getting all of this hype to come in for 26. But do I really want to come here if I know that because I'm young and you don't have, first of all, you don't have a quarterback coach to develop me, you're going to go and get another guy in the portal to replace me? 3 consecutive quarterbacks you're going to have in 3 years.
Correct.
But
and that begs the question is to what you guys have all mentioned, right? What is the identity of Mario? What is the offensive identity? Because it's going to reflect him, right? Because he is the offensive side of the ball. So what's his identity? I don't know. There is none. So you're absolutely right that he's going to go and get this plethora of talent because he's not going to know what the next OC is going to want to do with it. But then he gets into the room with these OCs and says, can you win me games? And he has to lean on their philosophy. And now you got a guy in there who the philosophy is, I put up a lot of points at Houston. Well, you did and you didn't. You technically got your play calling yanked. When you were in the SEC at Kentucky, you got pulled pretty quickly. So what was your resume really looking like? You outsmarted Mario in an interview, so that probably was like, oh, I have to be the smartest guy in the room, but me and you are going back and forth, you're hired. Dawson's identity is not a fast-paced Miami-type offense where you need to utilize your tight ends because you're going to get a plethora of tight end you. All your run-through is through the slot receiver, which – you're not rotating that guy in and out. You're only banking on this one guy. And like you guys all mentioned, where's Upshaw been? Where's Ray been? We could have kept these guys fresh and avoided a Tony injury, possibly, by having that guy refreshed over and over and over again. And imagine where you would really be if you saw the rotations really hitting by now, where that offensive line should be rotating, that wide receiver room should be rotating, that tight end group starting to rotate, but still very much lacking. But now you're getting the wide receiver guys now in there 9 weeks in, 10 weeks
Right.
in, where they should have had their bumps and bruises at the beginning of the season, even if they are just getting into block, even if they are just getting in to do one or two plays. The talent roster you have in Miami now, you should not have a big drop off from your number ones to number twos to the point where they can't play in the fucking game. That was a problem with the Manny roster, was that there was no depth. So yeah, you
Right.
had to keep those guys in there. Now you have no excuse. Now the problem is your development. Development is coaching, and if you really are making 10 mil and your other guys are making 2 to 3 mil, then what are you actually fucking paying for at this point? Because there is no return of investment because your guys are not fucking ready on game day. And if they're not ready for injuries, if they're not the next man up, then what is the purpose of the recruiting?
Amen.
And what's the point?
Amen. What's the point? Great point, AO. Great point. Chris Kane, what's good, bro? I see you up there clocking them dollars. I'm gonna start you off, man. 5 minutes. Talk to us. What's up, brother?
What's going on with you, Larry Frank? What's going on, AO? What's good, man? Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know who it was that was just on the phone just a few moments ago, but salute to that brother. I'm gonna make this very short, sweet. Carson Beck, TVB, which is Tyler Van Beck. You need to take off that number 11 because your motherfucking ass ain't got the nuts to wear it. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, for you to sit here and to be on that sideline and nobody sits there and wants to coach you up, don't that sound very familiar to the other quarterback that we used to have in this motherfucker before Cam Ward?
I was thinking it. I didn't get a chance to say it, but I was thinking it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, and the thing about it is that when you get on that sideline, you're not a leader. You're not a leader. You're just a guy that goes along with the motions. We have a thing here at this job called Cascade. Cascade, it goes with your flame, it goes with your heat, and whichever way it sways is whichever way it goes. That's what we have here at the job. You're one of those type of guys. You're the one that goes with whatever way it sways. I'm just going to do what I need to do in order to get to the next level, just so we can finish these plays. Stop being a bitch. Okay, wear number 38 or something like that. Wear something else that ain't got no type of meaning that no other legend has ever worn. Because you wearing the number 11, you're putting a disgrace to it. Okay, that number 11 is not your number. I don't give a fuck what they did at Georgia. This is the you. We're different. Okay, and if you don't want to sit there and if you don't want to be on this field, get the fuck off the field. Plain and simple. Be a leader. Stop being a follower. You ain't nothing but a damn hokey, a turkey with no nuts. That's exactly what the hell you are. Because you ain't doing shit on that field. You're not getting in your guy's face. You're sitting over there, you pouting and bitching and moaning, having a bitch fit, having one of your little periods and your little menstrual cycles or whatever the hell you having over there in your sideline. If we had a 10 in there, I swear it would have been damn Tyler Van Beck. If he would have took his ass right in there. Okay, be something more than what you are. You get paid all of this money for what? I don't see no investment. You got paid $4 million and you got paid $4 million too much. Okay, the only reason why you was out there is because you were the last resort because everybody else whiffed and went to another team. You were the last resort. Does that sound familiar? And for the brother that sat there and said that Cam Ward earned it, we underpaid him. Yes. I would have paid Cam Ward $6 million. Hell, I paid him right now to bring his ass back so he could come back and coach and be on this damn team, to be honest with you. To be honest, I would have spent the bag on his ass. Okay. And as far as this old linemen and all this other kind of stuff, Mario does not know how to coach. See, the thing is with the brasses and the upper butt, and I'm gonna make this very clear. The upper brass, the upper management, they got the person that they wanted instead of getting the person that we need. It's a difference. We got Mario. Oh, he's from Miami. He knows the culture. He's a great recruiter. What else has he done? Okay, he's a decorated offensive lineman coach. He don't know how to call plays. He never been an OC, never been a DC, but he's a great recruiter. What else does he have? Nothing. Money thrown at situations. That is it. That is it.
Hold up, Chris. I got to push back. Hold up. Not on you, on this comment right here. Vance, It's a Mario guy, obviously seems like. I don't get it. What did Cam win? Did we go to the playoffs? Hello? Cam put us in position to go to playoffs. It was your guy, Mario, who admitted on Josh Pate's interview that in week 4 versus South Florida, he knew the defense had deficiencies. He did nothing to prevent it, and he let it roll as it did. So guess what? That's why we didn't go to the playoffs. Continue, Chris. I'm sorry. I just had to get that in.
Yeah, no, I understand. So my whole point is that if you're going to sit there and you're going to be the type of coach that we need, you need to act like it because we got what everybody wanted. We got somebody that was a great recruiter. Okay, we got somebody that was a great recruiter, and to be honest with you, this is the second year in a row that we're not going to the playoffs. Why? Because last year on Josh Payton's show, you said you knew what the daggone problem was is with the defense and what you just said, Larry Frank. So this year, what you gonna say on Josh Payton's show? What was the problem now? The offense? But you did nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? You're sitting there and you do not know how to be an emotional coach. You do not fight for your players. You do not fight for your players. You fight for what you're
30
with the
seconds, bro.
system.
30 seconds.
All right. You're more with the system instead of with the process. Okay. You want to sit here and you just want to be the type of person to don't want no kind of flack. You don't want no kind of combativeness or anything. But that's what win games. What you think Saban did? Kirby did. Lane Kiffin does. What do you think that came from? But your ass was sitting there and your ass was sitting there on the bench with no nuts as always. But anyway, I'm out of here and I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know about this next game against NC State, but more than likely, we'll just see because I'm not wearing my feelings on my sleeves for this team. I can't do it this year. Until Mario gets out of there, and I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. Until Mario gets his ass up out of there, we ain't gonna win shit. Love you guys. Go Canes.
Much love, Chris Kane. Go Canes. Go Canes. All right. That was Chris Kane. AO, I understand you gotta get out, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you make your departing words and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of nailed it today. Is the biggest hurdle Miami still has is still persistent. We answered a couple questions here and there, but really it boils down to once again the coaching staff. like realistically, talent wise, NC State is not on the same level as Miami. The QB should not be that much of an influence that CJ Bailey can beat Miami because realistically, Miami has a better defense. You're literally talking about having two guys as your DNs who are probably a first rounder and a second rounder. That's something that we should be imposing our will at this point, right? But because of the coaching staff that we have and we limit our players' abilities to really come out and be in full swing, we give teams like NC State a fighting chance. Miami imposes the other team to have a chance in the game. That's what we're harking about. It's not crying anymore. It's not about, the opinions of, oh, you guys are being Debbie Downers or anything like that. It's facts. It's stats now. It's trends. It's seen over and over again. When you have a reoccurring problem and you think that just doing the same shit is going to have a different outcome, it's the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing, Miami. You're doing it over and over again. And honestly, fans are just getting sick of it to the point where it's like you have the unlimited resources that we've been begging for years. It's just one little thing is always holding Miami back. And it seems like for a long time, it's always been really the coaching because everything stems from your coach. Look at Elko. I mean, Elko is thriving. He had a Duke thriving. It's just I don't want to hear the narrative that it takes an army and an arsenal of weapons and make it always work because it doesn't. Because you can do more with less. When you have a system, you have a philosophy as a head coach. If you look at the top 10 head coaches, they all have their system. They don't give a shit who's there. Everybody's talking about Mendoza over at Indiana. You know how many Canes fans are like, do not get Mendoza and bring his ass here. That is a Cal QB. We need a better QB than what Cal had. Let's not forget that the writing was on the wall. He wanted to go to Miami, and I'm pissed off. If he would have showed up to Miami and ran this offense, they'd have been calling for his head because it had been Mendoza and Emory. And there's really not a huge drop-off between those two. Just Mendoza is in a actual system, and he knows what he is. And his OC saw what works for him and is making him thrive. And he's able to sharpen that now as he's going through his season. He's thriving in that. We don't know what Emery is because realistically, I don't know what system Emery really could be in. He's a tower, but can he sling the ball? Maybe. All I've ever seen him do is just RPO. That's not really a system that's going to work for him. But like you said, Miami doesn't have an identity on offense. We have plenty of weapons. It's like having an army, just they don't know where they're going to go. They don't know who they want to invade. So they just kind of allow everybody to just kind of sit there and wait for the enemy to come up on them. We don't really have a battle plan because we really don't have a general that is pointing anybody in the right direction. So until we do, I think everybody's on the same boat where we're just going to kind of keep doing the same thing that's worked previously because we don't really have answers because we really don't know the answer, unfortunately.
LNV says our identity is a gap.
Is a gap, correct.
Great words as always, AO. AO, I'm gonna go ahead on. I know you got to get out of here. I'm gonna let you. Gonna be on here for like maybe another 5 minutes or so. So I don't want to hold you. I know you got some stuff to do. But thank you as always, brother,
Appreciate
for joining me. And we got 3 more rounds, man. We're gonna see how this season ends. So plus the bowl game. So and possibly playoffs. But blessings to you and the family, brother. We will catch up on the next time.
Yes, sir. Have a great week.
All right. Have a great one. Yeah, man. What more can you say after all of this? Great calls, everything. What more can you say? There's really nothing you can say. It all boils down to coaching. It's coaching. Clizzy says we don't need a lifesaver at QB, and Emery is good enough. Just need playing time with the ones. Well, which Emery do you get? That's the thing I'm looking at. Look, real quick, we're going to get up out of here. I just want to promote for tomorrow night on Real Talk. We have a special guest. Our special guest tomorrow is going to be Coach Ronnie. He runs a discipline club, and it's for men. It's for men specifically. So, ladies, I'm sorry. It's not tailored for y'all, but for the men in your life. He runs that where he gets men to have better mental health, better motivation, better exercise, physical, and wealth and all of that good stuff, health and all of that. Right quick, I want to give you an excerpt of what to expect tomorrow night.
And be mad that you did. You could have been here if you didn't stop. You could have been there if you didn't stop. That's my biggest lesson. Fuck my feelings, man. You got to look in the mirror and say, fuck your feelings. What do I need to be doing that these feelings are going to change? They're going to subside. They're going to go away. They're going to diminish, hopefully. But even if they don't, there's certain things that we got to be doing every single day to progress in our life.
Yeah, man. So we're going to have him on tomorrow. That fire and that passion that you just saw in that clip is what we're going to have tomorrow. So, fellas, if you're on here right now, man, lock in, tap in. He's real good at what he does. He helps with the weight loss journey. He helped me a lot. I dropped 75, 80 pounds and still rolling, listening to him and working with him. He's also good for your mental health and everything. Definitely worth a watch tomorrow night with myself and my sis Shy Blue, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Join us for that. We're going to go ahead on and put a bow on this thing and get up out of here. I just want to say once again, thanks to AO for joining us. Thanks to all of the callers that chimed in. Thanks to the chat for chatting it up. Appreciate everything you do. Next week, I believe it's senior day. We got NC State. Myself and D and Mr. B will be back Thursday if the Lord says the same. We are going to be previewing that game. And the little birdie told me we just might have a special guest, and it's somebody that a lot of y'all know. But the way to see that is you got to get that U-Talk podcast app. You got to download it, and you got to, have that. LNV, AO, everybody in the chat yesterday on the app. The chat was jumping. Search U-Talk podcast on your Apple store, your Google Play, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you go get that. Look, we're going to put a bow. Y'all have a great week. Y'all have a safe week. Canes are 7-2. Y'all know how we start every show. Y'all know how we end every show. Ain't no us without you, baby. Take care. We love you. It's U-Talk.
Yo, hey, check this out. This ain't just a podcast. It's family.
Let's go, Canes. The #1 podcast in the show.
Yo, what's going on, everybody in Utah? Just want to let you know.
Ain't no me.
There ain't no me.
It ain't no me.
Without you.
Without you, baby.
Without you, baby. Go Canes.
It's you talk, baby.
It's that you talk. You heard me? Veteran in this game, bringing pain to all these amateurs. Been winning for too long, so they had to change the parameters. Any competition, we sweeping them up like janitors. We using the air without the need for nasal cannulas. Looking to the stands, I'll be laying for the cameras. Big wins every single week.
My name is Mr. Magic. If you're looking for a podcast that's real and down to earth, it's all about Utah. There's no me without you, baby. Bust a move.
The people show, this is you talk, yeah, the people show. Coming to you live with Frank and Devin. Go on, tell them what they need to know. This is you talk, yeah, the people show. Look, gonna tell you what you need to know.
It's you talk, baby.
What you need to know. Hey, it's the people show.
It's you talk, baby.
Yeah, I want to show some love, give some support to my boy Devin, founder of Utah Nation. Continuous success, brother. And all I got to say is, it ain't no me without you, baby.
Ain't no me without you, baby.
It ain't no me without you, baby.
Yeah, you talk, it's the people show. Look, you talk, let the people know. Look, yeah. This is hurricane season. Only legends come up out there, you like Chris and Teigen. Name a letter better, W, that's what we preaching. Hurricanes force winds whenever we breezing. Got rings for a reason. Look, we treat a gator like the swamp people. And Seminoles like the block people. And for my dogs, I will drop people. Just being frank, I got they flank like a cornerback. And I ain't even much a Florida cat. But hurricanes, I know more of that than most. Cause I seen them turn our houses into boats. That's that real talk, baby. I hope you was taking notes. That's the real talk, baby. Yellow Nation, coast to coast. Is that you talk?
Yeah. It's you talk, baby.
Yeah.
It's you talk, baby.
#1 podcast.